Seems like a good moment to talk.
Another long Sun Truso. Another.
With haste. Anything of use?
Whoa.
Witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Something good here. I hope. Breathe deep and move. Cursed to put my hands on everything.
comes the rebellious. Gnomes are rebellious.
A new face. Do as the warden says, when she says, and you'll be fine.
Plant one foot in front of the other. Head forward. Back straight. Make them fear you.
Don't mind if I do.
The general has descended from his chapel.
Many legs, many voices, many eyes.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want...
We stoop and struggle. hear a damn thing in there. If it's bad, you'll know. Disciples around ain't shy about handing out pain. Check it again. What's to say they couldn't be us? They say the General rewards them as serving well. And what about them who hang around this door like a bad smell? Damn thing in there. Disciple Thrall ain't shy about handing out pain. I'm checking again. What's to say they couldn't be us? They say the General rewards them as serving well. And what about them who hang around this door like a bad smell? Damn thing in there. If it's bad, you'll know. Disciple Thrall ain't shy about handing out pain. I'm checking again. What's to say they couldn't be us? They say the General rewards them as serving well. And what about them who hang around his door like a bad smell?
The Absolute's war drums beat loud in your chest. How may I serve? Slaughter well.
Handing out pain. Shh! I'm trying to hear what's going on in there.
Of our efforts. I ask you again, why am I here?
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What?
You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
Curious. Try to force your will on Catherine. Pushing. It might be too strong. As expected.
Your mind extends outward and grasps at nothing. In Ketheric's place, you feel an absence. No psionic power. No tadpole at all.
What?
The goblins! They failed me. They failed us all.
You lying little!
And what would you do to those that have failed you?
They are put to death, obviously.
True. Ultimate failure must earn ultimate punishment. Night Warden Minthara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Zorel. Be creative.
As the General's attention shifts to you, a memory stirs. A memory of this room, and his voice raised in anger.
I'm surprised to see you again, true soul. You are here to assist and not to meddle, I trust. I would remind you that while in my halls, you obey me, just as you would any other chosen. What say you about our Minthara? It is fitting that one mad dog should judge another. As if more evidence were needed. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
Oh, snap. Whoa.
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
Mercy? You showed the goblins mercy? Ugh. The half-orc won't like this.
In another lifetime, you were greeted in this throne room like a god, not the living wreck you are now. Your disgrace has something to do with this Ketheric. You yearn to flay him until he forgets himself, as you have. Nothing sickens you more than a man who is unkillable. But to a veteran deviant such as yourself, it is but a matter of time.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
An honor, true soul.
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pill.
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
She sees everything we are.
Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
Recall your name, prisoner?
Minthara Bainray.
We will. You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remember it, but fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. We are erasing her. Yes, your authority is great. We can learn, watching you break what little remains of her mind.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide. Submit. Embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice. I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
She does look a little vacant, sister.
No more anger. No more doubt. She is perfect. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live. Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now. What is it? What's wrong?
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
Leave quickly. I cannot hold my fury for long.
You don't know me at all.
Let's move. Best be on my way.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination. Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
So, that's what people mean when they talk he's trouble. Worse, he's a traitor. Whatever loyalty he had towards Lady Shah is long gone. It would please her greatly to see him meet his long overdue end, I'll wager.
What is it? What's wrong?
Halt!
Deal. Go with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
Creatures like her don't understand the concept of loyalty. Keep her on a tight leash.
No food waiting for us.
Many legs, many voices, many eyes.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose. Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
First in my heart.
Hello, my dear.
Well met.
Ooh.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. The Prism will protect me. You will fight alongside me and help me to get my vengeance. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the Prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. Moonrise is a den of necromancy, and the most powerful practitioner of the art is Thorm's closest advisor, Balthazar. He has chambers beside the generals, on the upper floor of the tower. I suspect we will find answers there. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead. I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come. Then let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect. I am listening.
Oh.
Keep it together.
You wish to consult me?
Seems simple enough. I should speak up.
What?
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale. Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him. love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies. I will be. Soon. I am perhaps just one hard day away from being without any troubles at all. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. And with company to match. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure. Babe or crone, coward or hero, death is assured. Mistra's forgiveness is not. If you knew the end was near, would you not want to ensure it had meaning? I am terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms. One moment with you could sate me for a lifetime and prize the fear from my heart. I'm so very glad you came to share this with me. I know this is all unreal, but I created it for you. You must know that you're very special to me. If things were different, if we were home, I'd have taken time to do things properly, to say it all better. But time is short. I'm in love with you.
Oh. Why is the third option? Why is the third option? Okay. As a friend.
I see. Well, perhaps this is for the best. Should my time be short, you will not be wounded too deeply by my absence. Thank you for spending this time with me. I think I want to be alone now.
Well met. Swift as my feet can carry me.
The drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her.
It does doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. I hope so. Otherwise, we may all be killed in our beds.
Well met.
Hey, soldier.
I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact, about the night you were kind enough to keep this melancholy wizard company. I wanted to thank you. I was sinking into a dark place, but you reminded me there is still light in the world, if I should care to look for it. You may well have prevented me from doing something very rash in the near future. I count myself lucky to call you a friend. Careful. I may just take you up on that. Minthara, once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen. What's on your mind?
One day I'll catch a break.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone. Thy wheel, dost thou require a new ally?
I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact. I wanted to. You may well have prevented me from... Careful. I may just take you up on that. Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen. Would that I could, but your entourage... Wonderful! Go ahead. I'm listening.
What's up for discussion?
You wish to consult me? Indeed. You wish to consult me?
What now?
Quick march.
The Divine Smite Sorbitan is one of the strongest builds in Baldur's Gate 3 because of the extremely high damage output thanks to guaranteed critical strikes from a number of spells and conditions and very powerful spells and wards to complement it. The build has great crowd control by casting control spells like Old Person as a bonus action thanks to Abandoned Mystic Scoundrel. The build is also incredibly strong very early on and is perfect for a tab thanks to high damage strength. To get started, choose Hathor Paladin at level 1. Hathor is critical hits to roll one of the damage dice an additional time and add it as extra damage to the
Thinking about a new career, but unsure where to start? Skip the guesswork with Career Accelerators by Goldberg.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Baldur's Gate 3 character building guide. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're covering my team for the best Paladin build in Baldur's Gate 3. This is an update video to my previous video of the same name, because that video was recorded many months ago, long before Honor Mode was released. So I wanted to update it to bring the character mode into the modern era of Baldur's Gate. High priority target Paladin is an incredibly self-sufficient target is, and then next comes the complicated part of the abilities. Paladin is a character. Paladin entire is in more ability than any other character in the game. Paladins want 5 of the 6 ability scores and want 3 of those to be
I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
As thou desire.
as high as possible. A single attribute-dependent character like a ranger or a rogue usually only cares about 3 scores at all, and only wants one of them to be as high as possible. So you can see that paladins just need more stat points than other characters in order to get their ability scores as high as they like. Like I always say, it's bad to be mad, but it's rad to be sad. The paladins, therefore, need to carefully distribute their ability concentration saves. We want wisdom because it's an important saving. Ability scores do constrain things altogether, and use this character because paladins and the elixirs of strength. That lets you take even more dexterity, drop your strength to 8, and then you can get 16 constitution as well as 12 wisdom. So you get a clear attribute spread if you are using elixirs. It's not required, but it will make you would also use this attribute spread if you're building a dexterity-based paladin. It's not required, but it does make the attribute selection a little easier. For skills, the only important thing to make certain of is that we get past this attribute spread if you're building a dexterity. Base paladin It's not required, but it does make the attribute selection a little bit smoother. For skills, the only important thing to make certain of is this is attribute spread if you're building a dexterity-based paladin. It's not required, but it does make the attribute selection a little bit smoother. For skills, the only important thing to make certain of is that we get athletics as well as persuasion. Persuasion's the most important dialogue skill, and it's very likely that your paladin is going to be your party base because they're a charisma-based character. If, of course, you aren't a party base or aren't the main character, you can forego persuasion on this character and pick anything else that you want. But paladins get good access to dialogue skills, so you might grab those. And then athletics gives you the ability to shove enemies from every position. Paladins often have an amazing default action for their bonus action. So the ability to shove enemies with your athletics can really help if you want to push them off cliffs or into hazardous terrain or into spell effects set up by your allies. All of those can add a lot of functionality to your party. Next, we have to make the most important decision that we're going to make as a paladin, and that's which subclass to make. Paladins get access to 3 subclasses, but also get access to importance. Next, we have to make the most important decision that we're going to make.
What am I to do?
Our enemies still draw breath. Into position.
What the hell?
is that blood? No, never mind.
When we met, Shadow...
It's risky to enter Moonrise with an unwelcome companion. You can pass as a true soul, but they cannot. Be sure to keep them close, so you can speak on their behalf if the cultists ask too many questions.
On my way.
You wish to consult me? Awaiting orders.
Wretched thing. Pull
You wish to
yourself
consult me?
Moving in. Something's on my mind.
You wish to consult me? You need my expertise. Forward.
Paladins get access to subclasses, but you get access to a fourth secret subclass, the Oathbreaker Paladin, if you break your oath. Of the three subclasses you can select from the beginning, and also of the Oathbreaker Paladin, I think the best one for a monoclass Paladin, if you want to do the most damage, is the Oath of Vengeance. Oath of Vengeance gives you access right away to a great ability in a Razor of Light, and also gives you access to some of the best spell progression of any of the Paladins, and one of the more powerful Paladin abilities as you level up. So it's my pick for the best offensive version of the Paladin. It also has the advantage that the Oath is a little bit easier to keep than the other two Oaths, so you... You won't have often accidentally break your oath and have break.
Hey,
Breakaway, which is a downside. Some of the paladins think it's especially severe in honor mode when you can't just reload a save after. dialogue tools turn that to break your oath. Paladins, open-ended paladins right away get Inquisitor's Might, which as a bonus action makes your attacks for 2 turns deal extra damage equal to your charisma, which we've boosted a little bit in character creation, so that's pretty nice, as well as dazed than that. Paladins, not very much, but every burst of healing, and don't forget that this ability exists, sleep in, you critically hit twice as often, incredible for Paladins. All of these together are abilities that will power up your character a lot, so I want to make special mention of them because I think that they are easy to forget to use during Endgame, because we get so many things. First up, let's take a look at our fighting style. We've got great weapon fighting. Great weapon fighting just increases your damage output significantly. The great weapon fighting reroll on the 102 does work with your smite damage as well, so it's going to make your damage significantly higher and significantly more consistent. And this is why we particularly want to be invested in the strength to be using a two-handed weapon, and so we get access to this and the two-handed weapons that roll off damage dice to increase our damage as well as possible. For our spell selection, it's important to know that you don't truly be casting any of these spells. Most of the time, your spells are going to be used for smite attacks, because every paladin spell slot represents 2d8 damage when you spend it on a smite. And at this stage in the game, that's enough to kill basically any enemy if you do a smite, especially if you combine it with Inquisitor's Might and a two-handed weapon. You're going to be bringing almost any enemy down from full health to 0. So every time you cast a spell, you're giving up 1 use of that very powerful ability. However, you can still get quite a bit of benefit out of having the right spells equipped. Firstly, we're going to grab the flash. Left is very powerful. And the right is very left to make sure you hit often. Typically, you prefer to have the fast cleric, but it's still very good to have it paladin. Second, we're going to take the thunderous. Not paladin in and of itself. 6 damage is equal to the damage that the Divine Smite does, and sometimes pushing it in and is better than extra 2 average damage they have. And also, it's not very light either. as a bonus action. Against that enemy, mental damage. That's very, very powerful. Almost advantage, but also at times like battle one and after one himself, it is just on that's where the higher risk defense targets. Now, this is a bug like this at some point, but it can be the case basically whenever it's never been a threat. So again, no second. So then what I did so if you go to combat to go to targets and into that typically for the method and just like that. You also get you a couple times throughout the game, but it's you also get now dexterity down to 10.
I would have words with you.
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights, thou hast sought no company. Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it? And thus thou art alone. Fate spin. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhap, as thou did...
Anything of value?
rather than actually casting. So for 300, if someone's got you can honestly pick whatever you want as a class spell. You are almost never going to have to spell. Because they don't have. So you can pick up command or something like that. If you sometimes command enemies, especially if you get melee, but in general, you are going to be using both like so what spell you can sometimes command enemies, especially if you can't melee, but in general, you are going to be using all of your spell on smites at this point, so what spells very matter tremendous. Melee, but it's a nice to have if you get into the paladin team to get more strength and make your chance better. Paladin there will need to be certain right to make sure that landing attacks. If you're going to strength is least certain, and therefore do not need to put any points in strength, then at this level you'll get things out and attack them as much as possible. Strength there, but for the normal build without strength, then you just want to cover the stage. At Paladin time, you can access
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have. Another step forward. I have a lot on my mind.
Well met. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little... Let's make this...
Never wanted the easy path.
You wish to consult me? I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. You have my sympathy. The tadpole. The Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked. I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Oh, Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. The necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. One who has mastery over the dead may well be able to help the living cheated. We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. When I have had my vengeance on the cult, I do not know if my oath will still hold. I do know that when I take the Absolute's power, I will not lose control of it as our enemies have. I will harness it to create a more perfect world. Any who object to the laws of that world will have no place in it, of course, and I will gladly eradicate them. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous. The Night Singer has some admirable qualities, far more than her insipid sister, but her followers are repressed. Take the child Shadowheart. She does not even know who she is, but still manages to pity herself. The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value, but it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all. He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave. Free. What purpose does he have that does not involve his master? He fears him, he hates him, he dreams of him, and he will either kill him or die trying. Astarion is no more free of Cazador than you or I are free of our tadpoles. He will only be free when Cazador is dead, and that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well. I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture. I no longer listen to the whispers of the Spider Queen's web. I only obey my own heart's desires. Most Gith do not seem to know their own hearts, nor do they need to. They have strict hierarchies and commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training. The wizard? No. Their mastery of the weave is commendable, but they are poor conversationalists. In my experience, they do not usually live long enough to make the effort of befriending them worthwhile. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads them to combust while experimenting with the limits of magic. Our wizard is already in a state of suspended combustion, thanks to that orb between his ribs. I suspect it is only a matter of time before he goes up in smoke. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough to appreciate them. He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil. I will take your word for it. I only care that he is a good soldier, and he has not disappointed me on that front. I would rather be allied with a warlock than the spoiled son of a noble who has more experience with diplomats than devils. I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle, and yet so fragile and impermanent in their very being. I often think of mortality as a curse. In time, all that I am and all that I have known and learned will be lost. In time, our cities will be dust. Karlak does not seem to have such anxieties. Perhaps because she cannot afford to. She exists in the moment, and she will burn out and be gone in a moment. There is something very beautiful about that. Then speak. Not directly. My memories were not removed. They were obscured by the Absolute's voice, by its presence. The tadpole is a conduit for that voice, not its origin. And while the prism protects us, the Absolute cannot reach us. As for the tadpoles themselves, for the moment I do not believe they are malevolent. They are incubating within our brain matter, not feeding on it. Is there a reason you chose me as your confidant in this matter? I do not have violent urges. I have violent intentions. If somebody angers me, I hurt them not because I lose control of my temper, but because it teaches them not to anger me again. If somebody causes me sorrow, I remove their ability to do so again. If that involves removing their head, so be it. But I do not lash out or strike without reason. There are those within Menzo Baranzan that we call Khalith Carthan, those driven by blood. They are the mad, lost to all reason, and subservient to nobody. Even Lolth, malicious and brutal as she is, cannot abide them. They kill, and cannot say why. So they are destroyed for the greater good. When you speak to me of yearning and urges to kill, I fear you are like them, controlled by a bloodlust that you do not comprehend. I would kill you without hesitation. But for you to even speak of this to me shows that if there is a madness in you, it does not own you yet. If it ever takes you, I will be there to put you down. You wish to consult me? Do we have a target? If you insist. Curious. Reporting.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
By my oath. Advancing.
Can't give up now.
You wish to consult me?
Yes.
still in control. Just.
Who's next?
How many die today? How many die tomorrow? How much further can I go?
Fresh orders?
Mind never quiet. Moving ahead.
Aren't we all? Not as long as we can put up a fight, we're not. Good man.
Our enemies are everywhere.
What to do? Have to keep going.
Can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything? I'll be here if you need anything.
Hero to come up with one.
I don't.
Chihiro wants to know about supplies before we make it home.
Burning through our oil.
Look, this is heavy.
It should just about do.
Just about?
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though. See if there's anything you need. We don't know when the next blow might land. Take care now.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter, at least. Did you learn anything more? Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Ketherick has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall. Was there anything else? The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost. Was there anything else?
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. We need to rouse him. I don't deserve you, my friend.
At your command.
Got to have a plan.
On my
first.
way.
Got to trust Jahira to come up with one.
That's why these things have stayed interesting. Have I been this way before?
From this seat, Ketheric defied gods and raised an army for the Absolute. It is not particularly comfortable.
Not sure it suits you. But that's probably a good thing.
I have something to ask.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself. Very pragmatic, but very boring. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith. You feel her grasp within your thoughts for familiar, roiling zealotry. It finds no purchase.
Simply void. But why? Why would you not embrace her, worship her? I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought.
Oh!
But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home. And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry. It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
The power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it. Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you. Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
You wish to consult me?
Wide, gaping sockets that see nothing. And still they seem to watch you.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
There is a relic the relic is beneath, but we have lost contact with him. Go there. Aid Balthazar if you can. And I accompanied, hardly a surprise. We're protected here. It is something that General Thorm...
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
I am in awe of the power the relic must hold. To be of such importance, General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it. Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you. Death would not silence Balthazar for long. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers, but don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
Well met.
I need a quick word.
It was an honor to walk the shadows at your side. A little more inviting here, though, eh?
Walk in death.
wide, gaping sockets that see nothing.
It is not your time yet, but the rooftop chap.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more.
Her words are diplomatic, but her face betrays her true feelings. Utter contempt for you and all your kind.
Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Your tadpole grasps at nothing. She carries no parasite, but you've spent too long reading people not to see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference.
As you see, true soul, there is so much more for you to learn. I have my duties, true soul. I'm sure Disciples Rel has given you yours.
What's inside?
Doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. Which means Balthazar hasn't returned. So why are you here instead of out there looking for him? Oh, good. I love answering questions. Have I not been clear? Find Balthazar, and more importantly, the relic he holds. Neither of which, you'll notice, are here.
Oh, wow.
Disc is similar to one you found before. This time, the symbols easily resolve into coherent words and sentences. The story of Orpheus further unfolds. The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver. That his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon, Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale. But beneath the roars we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. The chapter ends there. This disc might be of some interest to Lae'zel.
Looks like the other. Another story about the Githyanki prince. At the ready.
The Drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her. You're full up. Dismiss someone for good.
It doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous. Well, my day just improved.
Always at your side.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. I hope so. Otherwise, we may all be killed in our beds.
Well met.
Copper for your thoughts.
Thy wheel, dost thou require a new ally?
How can I help?
I itch to draw my weapon and gut every last one of these cultists.
You're keen. Just don't get carried away. Some of those guts might be of use to us unspilled, at least for a while.
I know better than to indulge every craving, Shadowheart. But when the time is right, the Absolutists will feel the sting of my blade.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet. The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Jastil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale. But beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more. It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Githraki. Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith I would preside as Queen of the Githyanki. The Felaman remains the Queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves. Anything more?
This Gith slate looks like the other. Another story about the Githyan.
Eager for battle. You are debating allowing another into your heart.
Quite the gossip, aren't you? Wouldn't have thought you cared.
A formidable woman like yourself does herself no favors in revealing herself to be so erratic, so uncertain.
Don't waste a step.
Well met. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space. I like.
The corpse does not respond.
That's curious.
Fresh orders?
A bold maneuver.
Still breathing, despite everything. If not over, then through. Don't give me trouble now.
Pride of the gate.
All right, what now? No traps, please.
In your name.
I have such a headache. These boots have seen everything. Must lug my guts through this hell. Let's see what this does.
Hello, my dear. Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer to travel in smaller groups. It's excellent. Watch your back. With pleasure.
Do better. I must. Should mind my step.
Well met. Sorry, but I like...
invisibility!
Whatever comes, I'm ready. Onward, ever onward.
At your bidding.
Checking things out.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers. I need a moment for the two of us. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I wonder what the next move is.
The pride of the gate.
All is ash and meat. With a flick of the wrist.
Stand, soldier. These are the General's private quarters. Wait. Something in your scent is familiar. I do not know your face, but your scent. Selûnite magic. It used to fill these halls back when I was flesh. Since my master brought me back, this place smells wrong. His family is gone, replaced by bootlickers and beasts. You are neither. So tell me true. What is your purpose here? I protect my master. What becomes of his master, I care not. Pass, then, but I will be watching. Not your scent. Selûnite magic on your skin. The General once smelled that way, when his daughter still lived. I died the same night she did, my master says, trying to protect her. I do not remember, but he brought me back. I will not fail him again. Yes, soldier. You'd be the first of the General's soldiers brave enough to try. All right, that's enough.
path lies before me. Very well.
Even stripped of flesh, the Warhound is formidable. Spectral eye, and then it hesitates. Gleaming muzzle, sampling your scent as if in recognition.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones. I want to have a word.
Stand, soldier. These are the General's private quarters. Wait. Something in your scent is familiar. I do not know your face, but your scent. Selûnite magic. It used to fill these halls back when I was flesh. Since my master brought me back, this place smells wrong. His family is gone, replaced by bootlickers and beasts. You are neither. So tell me true. What is your purpose here? I protect my master. What becomes of his master, I care not. Pass, then, but I will be watching. Not your scent. Selûnite magic on your skin. The General once smelled that way when his daughter still lived. I died the same night she did, my master says, trying to protect her. I do not remember. But he brought me back. I will not fail him again.
Dream in red.
Yes, soldier. You'd be the first of the General's soldiers brave enough to try. All right, that's enough.
Come on, open up.
That might be worth a look.
Hello, dear.
A letter from Ketheric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
Yes, soldier.
Better not be cursed. Ketheric's been studying something called the Apostle.
But of which god? favors the fearless. Found my mark.
Unleash me. I am your end.
Nothing hurts anymore. What's in here? Let's have a look at myself.
There can be no respite.
No one stopped me yet. Time to press ahead. Everything is clear. I don't need any attention right now. These boots have seen everything. Can't slow down. What's hiding here? Here goes nothing.
Won't budge.
I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really. Where to next?
faith will guide me.
Still alive, so that's progress.